I'm setting up this illustration to show the 3 jumbo board setup for a trace. The plans I'm using are full size, 13 foot, but only 2 parts, the bottom and the side. This jumbo board setup can handle a large diagram. Before I do any drawing, I'd just like to check out the 3 boards to make sure that the configuration I had is still there. I like to go through and check the 3 boards and their matching COM ports. All 3 boards have checked out, and I'm ready now to start drawing. I'm using Jumbo Trace 2018. Here I'm setting up the 2 reference points in case the diagram has to be moved. This may not be required this time, but it only takes a second to put the 2 reference points in. The 2 reference points are configured. I selected tracing polylines. The big difference I found using the Jumbo 3 compared to a single board is how long it is and how far you're away from the computer. I keep glancing back at the monitor to make sure everything's okay, and it's all just perfect. One of the features is that as you touch the pen on the diagram, you hear a beep, so you get the beeps all along your diagram. This way I know it's drawing just fine. The sailboat body has 5 parts, but most of the parts are repeated because there's a left and a right to the sides. So I'm just drawing the one part and then I just mirror image it to make the other part. So this diagram contained 3 parts, the bottom and the 2 sides. Because you initially set up the reference points, this diagram can be moved left or right to redraw those areas where the boards join. It's amazing how that works out. I've done complicated diagrams right on that null area. Again, I save my work frequently, but there is an editor built in, so if you feel you want to change something, you just stop your diagram, go to the edit, toggle to the part you want to redraw, and carry on. I'm now drawing the bottom, and I did do the reference points for the bottom because I had to move the paper diagram because it was quite large and I couldn't reach it, so I pulled it down a bit. You can see here where I pulled the paper over the edge a bit. The boat bottom was an easy draw. I'm a bit short, so if I wouldn't have adjusted the paper, I would have had a tough time reaching. It's great to be able to do a full-size diagram. I'm just finishing up there on the bow area. The diagram is complete and the program will close it up. These diagrams that I drew up should have no open vectors. I'm running Vectric Aspire 9.5 and we're going to check out these vectors and make sure they're all closed. Everything looks good. It was a straightforward diagram. I didn't expect any problems at all. Over in the left-hand corner, I'm going to call up the size and we're going to check the size of the diagram right to the plan, and it's right on. This was a good illustration of using the 3 jumbo board setup to digitize a very large diagram, and it's right on.